So we've made some huge mistakes over the past 5 years of RVing, and as the saying goes, confession's good for the soul, but bad for the reputation sometimes. So in this video, hopefully we don't tarnish our reputation too badly, because we're gonna kind of confess 5 huge mistakes that we have made, kind of 1 star, do not recommend this at all, really in hopes of helping you learn how to not do RV life. So one quick note, if you want to see the full videos from some of these moments, I'll have a link in the description below for every single one of them. All right, so mistake number 1, do not do this, do not recommend, and that is if you're at a campground that has some sort of gate that closes after a certain time of day, make sure you either get the code or a gate key. Some campgrounds have this. We made a huge mistake in not doing this, and well, here's what happened. So we got locked out. We made a bad mistake, very, very bad mistake tonight. And that is,
I have no gate key.
They told me when we checked in that there was a gate at the campground that would close at 10 o'clock. And if we were gonna come back after 10 o'clock, that we would need a gate key. And so I'm like, no worries, I'm sure that we won't be out past 10 o'clock. Well, yeah, we're out past 10 o'clock. And there's no way to get into the campground. So to park half a mile from the campground, to find parking that's not just on the side of the road, parking illegally. Now we're walking back to the campground so we can get back in our RV. So word to the wise, they tell you that there's a gate and you don't think you're gonna be out, just double check, you know, I mean, get the gate key, because that's what we should have done. So now we gotta walk half a mile in the dark. At least it's a nice night outside of Boston. So now mistake number 2 was not having what we thought we did. Now, this was probably the biggest mistake yet, because once this type of mistake is made, well, there is no going back. And since this is probably a little hard to explain and it might sound vague, let's just show you what happened.
So you might not like this, but the red ants here are huge.
Ants.
Yeah, and they're big. They're the biggest ants I've ever seen.
Do you have weren't you gonna do something where we had something to put down for?
Yeah, I do have borax and a sprayer.
With us?
With us. So I could spray a perimeter around the RV.
That might not be a bad idea.
A few moments later.
So I made a little mistake.
And that is?
Well, you know, I said I had borax in the basement compartment, right? Well, I also have my mom's ashes in the basement compartment, and it's dark. And so I took the bag and started sprinkling it around the RV.
Like, I think I know where you're going with this.
And I found out it's not borax. This is actually my mother's ashes. So my mom is now
wanted to be in Skidaway State Park.
My mom is now in Skidaway because I grabbed that and put it in the RV because I wanted to put her ashes in different places throughout our travels, and now she's here in Skidaway with us.
I don't think that's gonna help with the ant situation.
No, not so much.
So lesson clearly learned, mark your stuff, because you just may arrive after dark, and I feel like we do that all the time. So, you know, that's one of those things that might be helpful to note to maybe arrive before dark. Anyway, you'll have to let us know so far, what are some of the lessons that you've learned the hard way? Let us know in the comments below. And I've got a really big blunder coming up in just a few minutes. But before we get into that, which was one of those things that was just a huge mess, I do want to take a quick minute to share about one area where we did not make a mistake, and that was in upgrading our factory mattress with a new mattress from rvmattress.com, which is the sponsor of this video. Now, we replaced our factory mattress with an Aurora Luxe hybrid mattress from RV Mattress, and it has been great having a mattress that helps us get the rest we need. We also recently built a couple of day beds in the RV, and we're using the Dream Foam Essential mattresses from RV Mattress for these beds as well for the kids. And since they have several size options and all sorts of mattresses, finding the perfect size for your RV bedding needs is actually super simple. And since their mattresses do come rolled up in a box and wrapped in plastic, the shipping process to get a new mattress is not only super simple, It's easy to get through the door of an RV, and the shipping is free and fast since their factory is in Arizona. RV Mattress's parent company, Brooklyn Bedding, also has a full lineup of mattresses and accessories for home as well as the RV. And since their mattresses do come with a 10-year warranty, we are good to go with all of our bedding setups until well after we are empty nesters. During this month of February, you can save even more with the upcoming President's Day sale. Visit rvmattress.com/grateful to save 25% off with the code GRATEFUL or 30% off during the President's Day sale. And a huge thanks to RV Mattress for their continued support of our channel. Now, mistake number 3, this was a doozy, and that is not using enough water in the black tank. Now we're gonna show you what happens when you do this in just a few minutes, but we were in conserve mode in this particular scenario because we were boondocking for an extended period of time. But this is one of those things where we really should have known better. And well, this could happen to you too if you make the same mistake, and well, let's just show you exactly what happened.
We've got what you'd call a poo pyramid. And Tim has a little trick that he introduced me to that I'm gonna give it a shot. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but he said go get a little like tree limb,
A sapling.
a sapling or something, and just kind of stick it down there, and that will kind of break things free and get, you know, because there's like another chamber in there, and sometimes it gets stuck. So if you just stick it down in there, it should just fall down, and no more poo pyramid. I'll keep it out. Okay, so now push down on that, and then yep. Oh my gosh, look at that, dude! Oh, there it goes again.
All right, water's coming.
Yep. All right. Perfect, dude. That was a nice little hack. Thank you.
It was disgusting.
It worked. Yeah. Well,
The stick.
are you
Oh
sure?
yeah, no, go wash your hands. Oh my gosh.
So now mistake number 4 is not using the drop a pin feature on either Apple or Google Maps when parking. And just to show you how much of a pain that this can be if you make this same mistake.
We totally made a big oops, and we did not drop a pin or the parking garage. Because I was pretty sure I didn't need to drop a pin because I knew the name of the parking garage. Yeah, bad idea. Now we're not sure we're in the right parking garage. We just walked around 2 floors, didn't find the Jeep. This could be really bad. I mean, it's not the worst that could happen. It's definitely not the ideal thing either.
Oh, Trust Plant Road was the TA. And then I mapped us to Leopold, and then I mapped us to Mrs. Wills.
we pulled up the footage from the GoPro
Thank God we tape everything.
of me getting the ticket, and we noticed that that particular vendor had a thing called, oh, go this way, called iPark. And so we searched in Google or Maps for iPark, and it pulled up this other garage, the only garage that had iPark in the area. So we're gonna see if this is our parking garage. Otherwise, we're gonna be sleeping in Savannah.
No!
Kidding.
All right, so we had to go on to the, I don't know, plan F or G at this point. But we reviewed the GoPro footage again, but this time we found a Chatham County Sheriff, and we asked him, can you look at this and tell us if you know where this is? He told us. We're here, finally. So thank you, Chatham County Sheriff's Department, for helping us find our Jeep. We'll drop a pin next time. Never been more thankful in my life.
We did it. We have the Jeep.
Let's go get some Chick-fil-A or something, man. Totally earned that.
So now mistake number 5 is not understanding RV power management. And it is important to understand what your RV can and can't handle when it comes to power use. And we made a huge mistake in this regard. And it resulted in, well, you'll just have to take a look.
So we're stopped at a rest stop for lunch and to upload video. And I made a mistake of using the air fryer and the microwave at the same time. Now, I was under the impression, since they're on separate circuits and we have a new 3,000 watt inverter, that we had everything we needed for that to happen, but no, not so much. So anyway, my mistake.
Water pump won't turn on.
Bad day.
I did it good, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. It literally blew the whole fuse.
Told you.
And this just isn't any ordinary fuse, is it?
No, but you know what? Luckily, I do have a spare on hand.
You want to show us the spare, Dakota? That
Wait, is it real gold?
is a fuse. It actually is gold plated. I just looked on Amazon to see so we can order another one to have on hand. It says they're gold plated.
Oh, I'm keeping it. It's mine.
All right, I learned a lesson.
Yeah.
Daddy.
Rookie mistake. All right.
Okay, moment of truth. Turning the battery and auxiliary on. And it works!
Do we have power?
We have power.
Is your fan on?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Chalk one up for the Grateful Glampers. Turn it into handy people.
So you'll have to let us know in the comments about maybe things you learned, because we can all help each other out here in the RV community, which is really the best community on the planet, by leaving a comment below and just letting others know your experience. Now, one thing to remember is 5 things you should never, under any circumstances, do in your RV, and I've got that right up here. If we don't see you out on the road or around the campground, we'll catch you in the next video.